Yo, what's going on guys? We're back here on the channel today. What I thought I'd go through is basically my productivity routine, give you guys a bit of an update on the store, mainly just show you the system that I'm running at the moment that allows me to work and study for hundreds of hours a month. And it allows me to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in return. So, you know, if you guys are studying, if you guys are trying to start your own online business, or even if you're just trying to get your shit together, this will literally change your life. And yeah, all the information will be in the description below. No, there's no opt-in funnel. I don't sell a course, none of that bullshit. I'll ask if you guys do find this useful, maybe drop a like, maybe subscribe. But yeah, anyways, let's jump straight into the video. All right, so we're here now. It's about 3:44 p.m. as you guys can see. Just give you guys a bit of an update on how the store's actually performing. Around 2,900 for the day so far. Focus it, dog. Right, and the Australian store's sitting at about 1,700 for the day. You know, I just kind of wanted to come on here and give you guys a bit of like an insight into who I actually am and, you know, what's the whole point of this channel. I started my first dropshipping store like 5 years ago when I was 13, basically selling these like Planet bracelets. I didn't really go from rags to riches, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. My parents both work very hard to support me and my siblings. Both my parents are still together. My dad works in pest control and my mum works at a surf shop a couple times a week. Just come on here and keep it as transparent as possible because I feel like there's nothing wrong with going from middle class to, you know, whatever, because if anything, my life was comfortable as it was. I didn't have to do this. I could have went to uni. I could have gotten, you know, a pretty stable job. I could have done this and just followed the route that everyone else took. It's really easy to kind of get trapped within that whole, you know, middle class rat race or whatever it is. Obviously, there's nothing wrong. I don't hate on anyone who has a job because if people didn't work regular jobs, then we wouldn't be able to do what we'd be able to do. So I have no hate for anyone who does that. My older brother went to uni, my older sister went to uni, and pretty much everyone in my family has gone to uni except for my mum and dad. It's pretty easy to actually look into my life where I am at the moment and think that, you know, this came easy. And to be honest, I sacrificed everything for this shit. I was running several businesses through school while balancing, you know, the gym, my actual health itself. If you've done that, then you kind of know the level of sacrifice you have to make because, well, I did definitely go out a fair few times with my friends. I did have to say no on a lot of occasions. The point I'm trying to make here is that, you know, good things take time, and I think the average brick and mortar business takes 2 to 3 years to go profitable. So, you know, if you guys are grinding out, slaving away right now, just like I was, and you haven't seen any results, you will be so surprised on how fast stuff actually picks up, because one night you can literally be worth nothing and then a month later you can be doing 40, 50K a month. Obviously it depends on the business model, but you kind of get the point that I'm trying to make. And in order to get to, you know, that million a month or whatever you guys are chasing, there's a lot of building up and tearing stuff down and building up and tearing. It's not linear, and a lot of people think that, you know, they can go from 0 to $1 million a month in a year. And you know, while you might be able to do that, it is just important to realize and actually take a step back, actually realize what the rest of businesses are actually doing and kind of how they're performing. But yeah, it's just important to know that in order to make $1 million, you need to become that person who is actually able of making the $1 million. And that person for me was fucking forged in fire. I went months without results, years without results. I worked 18-hour days consistently and I was just a zombie essentially for a few months. And then, you know, overnight, bang, you find something that hits, and then it's just so much easier from there. So if you guys are in that stage right now where you're working your ass off, no matter what it is, whether you're, you know, running a business, studying or whatever, you guys just have to see it out, because trust me, it becomes so much easier when you actually find a system that works for you. But in order to get to that point, it is just, it's a bloodbath. That's the thing, if you guys are serious about building an online business, it's not a side hustle, it's not this, it's not that. You guys have to be dedicating 100% of your time or your spare time into it, because obviously if you're working a job or if you're doing school, that would take priority. And then you guys want to be just dedicating every minute of that. I'm not going to come on here and be like, yeah, sleep less, don't go to the gym. Prioritize your health as well, because in order to control the outputs, you have to control the inputs. And you know, the inputs are correct diet, correct amount of water, good sleep. And it's so easy to, you know, neglect those things, but it's so important at the same time that you guys need to be focusing on this. But yeah, anyways, I'm yapping now a bit. This is the shit that people aren't really telling you about the whole online business space. While some people, yes, they can go from 0 to 10K, 50K, 100K within like 3 months. Realistically, right off a year, right off 2 years, trust me, it will come faster than you ever think. And yeah, I don't sell a course, I don't sell any of this shit. Every business model works. If you're trying to choose a business model, go to 60 personalities or something like that. Get your personality type and then choose a business model which is tailored to that. Because so many people want to go into sales, so many people want to go into e-com, but it all is just dependent on the person you are and the deck of cards you were dealt when you were born. So mark up the pros and cons. Don't listen to gurus because they'll try and sell you a course and they're biased on the business model that's worked for them. Anyways, this was a bit of a rant on kind of just, you know, everything. Right now the business is pretty consistently clearing 10K a week profit. Obviously that will, there's another one, but obviously that will ramp up as we start scaling and start releasing more ad creators, because if you guys saw in the last one, we got completely wrecked by Meta and all of our Facebook ads got banned. Yeah, we're currently bouncing back from that. We're also getting an MOQ from our supplier and basically going down the full branded route now that we found a product that is actually printing money. And also we're gonna be testing products on the side. So it definitely is a busy few months up ahead. But like I said, you know, I'm willing to write off months, I'm willing to write off years. This is, you know, this isn't really worked for me. I've done this shit for free for so long. If you guys actually added up like all the time that I've put in so far, including this year alone, I would have probably been working for less than minimum wage. And it's just important to know that if you're going into this, you will be working 24/7 initially until you, like I was saying, you can find a system that works for you. And you can start automating, hiring out in team and outsourcing, whatever. Yeah, anyways, pretty much done talking now. If you guys watch this all, then you're a G. Yeah, anyways, basically what I'll do now is cut to about 10, 11 o'clock at night, show you guys the profits for the day, and also show you the system that has allowed me to just print money. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. All right, basically it's about 10:30 now. I'm gonna be breaking down now the system that I use every single night that has literally changed my life faster than I could ever imagine. And if you guys start implementing this, I can guarantee that you will see results, if not in weeks, in months, whether that's physically, mentally, or financially, or whatever. So before we get into this, this is credit to Charlie Morgan here with this, and I believe, I got it off Charlie Morgan, but I believe this was from Sam Ovens. So I don't want to take any credit for this because this system is absolutely amazing, and no, I did not think of it. What I do every single day is right here we have a, you know, a pretty standard to-do list, basically starting at 7, and then usually mine goes to around 10. What this kind of actually is basically like a time audit. So every 30 minutes the day before, you can kind of write down what you're doing. Like it doesn't have to be exactly specific because, you know, tasks can fluctuate throughout the day. But what this really does allow you to do is it not only allows you to track your time like really effectively, it also just allows you to be like 10 times more productive, because you have to understand that attention is a limited resource. And, you know, if you guys go throughout the day, even just the thought of what do I have to do now? Oh, I have to do this. Even just that little bit of thought is like taking away from your brain power. It does sound pretty cliche or whatever, but have this written down, it's so much easier. So basically, you know, you go throughout your day or whatever, and then when your day's finished, you come to here, there's focus, there's hours, focus, and output. And basically what this equation here is it's rating equals focus times output divided by 2. So that's basically your rating there. Obviously hours is pretty self-explanatory, and you guys want to be doing focus and output in a percentage so that that comes out nicely as well. And this is definitely more for like an agency thing, because as you can see, I used to use it for calls booked and calls conducted down there. But you know, whatever you guys are doing, whether that's fucking trading, drop shipping, or, you know, affiliate, I don't even know, anything, you guys can be changing this to basically fit, you know, your needle moving tasks. So obviously the thing that moves your agency forward is how many meetings you're booking a day, how many you're sitting. So this is the primary needle mover here that we're measuring. What you're gonna do with this is you're gonna come over to here and basically you're gonna get a rating for your productivity. Then eventually you can just plug this into an Excel spreadsheet, and after like 3-6 months, you can literally graph out and you can see, you know, the fluctuations or whatever. And it's just an effective way to quantitatively measure your focus. And this has been an absolute game changer. And then the second part of it is in here. Basically, you know, you got your key here. Obviously, if a task is highlighted in either yellow, red, or blue, then that correlates to, you know, whether that's cold calling, posting content or whatever. And then best part about it is, you know, you got the Q1 objectives over here. Obviously we're in Q3 at the moment, so you can see I just wrote random one there. Post 6 videos or whatever, and you can come in here and be like, sign, client, or whatever. As a wise man once said, show me your daily routine and I'll show you your future. So this is a pretty good way to, you know, keep control over all of that, because, you know, it can be a little bit annoying sometimes to actually structure out a monthly plan, weekly plan or whatever. But if you guys just come in here, write it all down there, your main objectives for the month you write in here, and any notes or whatever in there. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to break that down for you, because that system right there alone, while it does seem pretty simple, it has literally changed my life in the matter of months. Purely for the fact that from the combination of, you know, constantly time auditing yourself every 30 minutes to literally being able to measure your months, put everything into the Warm app, it just becomes so much easier. So I guarantee if you guys start implementing this within a month from now, you will be either twice as productive, twice as rich, or, you know, whatever. Because being able to measure your work and all this to this extent, absolutely life-changing. But like I said, props to Charlie Morgan and Sam Ovens for that. But yeah, it's looking like the store's going to finish around $5,000 to $5,500 today. We're at around 4.5 right now, I believe. 4.5, 4.6. So yeah, sitting at around 1.5, 1.6k profit. But I'll put up a screenshot kind of now. I'll look into it tomorrow once I go to bed and all that, and basically you guys can see the profits that we made for today. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head to bed now. Hopefully you guys like this video. Catch you guys in the next one.